Jose Putacio Rizal Mercado y Alonzo Riolonda, also known as Dr. Jose Rizal, was born in Calamba, June 19, 1861. Jose Rizal, just like Filipino boys, had many beautiful memories of childhood. He had a happy home, God-loving family. He spent the early years of his childhood. He was baptized Jose Rizal Mercado at the Catholic of Calamba by the parish priest Reverend Rufino Colantes with Reverend Pedro Casanas. Rizal was the seventh child of Francisco Ingrecio Rizal Mercado y Alejandro and his wife Teodora Morales Alonzo Riolonda y Quentos. The siblings of Dr. Jose Rizal are Saturnina, Pasiano, Narcisa, Olympia, Lucia, Maria, Concepcion, Josefa, Trinidad, Soledad. Jose loved most the little Concha, Concepcion. He was a year older than Concha. He played with her. From her, he learned the sweetness of a sisterly love. Unfortunately, Concha died of sickness in 1865 when she was 3 years old. Jose, who was very fond of her, cried bitterly at losing her. Jose Rizal's first teacher was his mother, who had taught him how to read and pray and who had encouraged him to write poetry. Later, private tutors taught the young Rizal Spanish and Latin before he was sent to a private school in Binan. At the age of 3, he began to take part in the family prayers. His mother was a devout Catholic, taught him the Catholic prayers. When he was 5 years old, he was able to read the Spanish family Bible. Since early childhood, Rizal revealed his God-given talent for art. At the age of 5, he began to make sketches with his pencil and to mold in clay and wax objects. At the age of 8, Rizal wrote his first poem in the native language entitled Sa Aking Mga Kababata, to my fellow children. He also wrote his first dramatic work, which was in Tagalog comedy. Rizal first studied under Justiniano Aquino Cruz in Binan, Laguna, before he was sent to Manila. As to his father's request, he took the entrance examination in Colegio de San Juan de Letran and studied there for almost 3 months.
Jose Rizal, just like other Filipino boys, had many beautiful memories of childhood. He had a happy home filled with parental affection, impregnated with family joys and sacrificed by prayers. During 1870, Rizal first studied under Justiniano Aquino Cruz in Binan, Laguna, before he was sent to Manila. During 1871, his mother was imprisoned in Santa Cruz for allegedly poisoning the wife of her cousin Jose Alberto. When he was 11 years old, Rizal entered the Ateneo Municipal de Manila. At this school, he wrote prize-winning poetry and even a melodrama, Junto al Pasig. During 1872, for the first time, Rizal heard of the word filibustero, which his father forbade the members of his family to utter, including such names as Cavite and Burgos. It must be remembered that because of the Cavite Mutiny on January 20, 1872, Fathers Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora were garroted at Bagumbayan Field on February 17, 1872. In 1876, when he was 15 years old, he remembered his beloved town and wrote a poem, Un Recuerdo a mi Pueblo. Jose graduated high school with the highest honors at the age of 16. He concentrated his studies in land surveying. He wrote about this stage in his life at the age of 17 in his autobiography entitled Memorias de un Estudiante de Manila. Rizal wrote under the pseudonym P. Jacinto to keep the details of his life private. Young that he was, he grieved deeply over the unhappy situation of his beloved fatherland. The Spanish misdeeds awakened in his boyish heart a great determination to fight tyranny.
The third stage of Rizal's life. In the year 1880, at the age of 19, Rizal wrote another poem for a competition where he should have won first prize. However, he was not given this prize due to discrimination. In December, in the same year, Rizal was able to produce his first operetta called On the Banks of Pasig. Rizal creates the commemorative medal in wax for the Royal Economic Society of France centennial celebration. Rizal gets money from his brother and travels secretly from Manila to Spain, where he aboard a French ship and railroad entering Spain at the Port Biu. St. Thomas University realizes Rizal is nowhere to be found and threatens to take land away from his father, who is a tenant even though his father has no idea of his whereabouts. Rizal receives a degree in medicine from the Central University of Madrid at the age of 23. He then becomes an assistant to Dr. L.D. Wecker and visits many universities in Berlin, Leipzig, and Heidelberg in the country of Germany. Rizal finishes his first novel titled Noli Me Tangere while staying in Berlin. On July 3, Rizal leaves from Marseille in Italy and arrives in Manila on August 5th. He travels to nearby areas escorted by a Spanish lieutenant. In February 1888, Rizal leaves Spain and sets sail for Hong Kong in Japan. He continued to travel and even practice medicine and write. In August 1892, Rizal was detained and aboard a ship traveling back to Spain. Rizal was charged with treason, sedition, and the formation of illegal societies. He was sent to an island and held there. For 4 years he was held, he even taught there. In the same year, he penned his last piece of writing called My Last Farewell, and wrote an address to Filipino insurgents to lay down their arms against the Spanish. The address was never made public, but was added to the list of charges against him. In the year 1896, his request to go to Cuba was approved. On the way to Cuba, he was arrested and charged with conspiracy and sedition. On December 27 the same year, he was condemned to death in a Spanish court. And in the same year, on December 30th, he was permitted to marry Josephine 2 hours before he was shot by a firing squad, and he was buried in a secret grave. In the year 1912, on December 30th, the ashes of Rizal were transferred to the Rizal Mausoleum, and December 30th is declared as a national holiday in honor of his memory. Jose Rizal's life and works were critical to those from the Philippines who were looking for an end to Spanish colonization.